Yes, Mario, I've been crying out for you to come back. Man, it took you forever to get back here. Alright, so, now that we have you, let's talk about your album. Dancing Shadows is the newest album released by Mario. I'm very curious how many of you who are the younger millennials or the Zoomers out there know who this guy is, because he has not released an album in several years, and I had a little bit of joy come into my heart when I saw that his face was on an album, and I just was happy about that. So we have Mario here, R&B, a lot of good songs, very, in my opinion, underrated. They were hits, but they were overshadowed by a lot of other things that I feel like, at least where I was from, I felt like they were overshadowed by other mainstream songs. But Mario has always had an awesome talent. He is also on television and movies sometimes. But yeah, this guy needs a couple more props. But the real question here is, what is this album like, Dancing Shadows? There are moments that I like. But for a majority, if this is your first album listening to Mario, I can't really say that this is going to be your best experience with that. Because I feel like a lot of the production in this album, I don't know if it's necessarily him, but a lot of the production that's in this album, I feel like is less than what he is actually capable of. I don't feel like the songs themselves convey the emotions or the potential, the substance, the ceiling, whatever you want to call it, that Mario has. So many of his songs I just connected with very strongly. So it was disappointing for a majority of this album until around the end, where I found a few diamonds in the rough that I will highlight here. And I'm really happy that I did, because I will add these into my playlist. So these are what I have to share about that. And I'm just going to let them kind of play as clips. So first one, What You Started. Second, Care for You. Third, Goes Like That. And the fourth, I Believe. So like I said at the beginning, I felt like I wasn't going to be a fan of this album, but thankfully this last portion of the album I really connected with. But the first half I was really disappointed with, so I was very confused about how I was going to talk about this album and as a whole. Just felt like sometimes some of the beats and the lyrics didn't mesh together, and other times a few of the other songs were, catchy little tunes, and that's about it. So the ones that I did highlight, I would strongly recommend looking into those four. You can go listen to the other songs as well, but those four in particular, you'll get a better idea. And go listen to his other projects also. I want Mario to be able to be remembered and have some influence for what he has done and what he could still do. So let's give that a shot. So after having listened and reviewed this album, with production of 80%, creativity 71%, expression and lyrics 71%, I'm going to give this album an okay. I don't feel like the percentages are that low, but the recommendability of it, I can't make it too high, but I recommend Mario still. And those songs I did highlight, I had a fun time discovering those around the end, because it felt very hopeful. And yeah, I there's got to be other albums like that where you start feeling disappointed and then, gradually gets better. But, you don't want that. But, sometimes things like that happen. You have little mixes with albums right there. So, Mario, thank you for this album. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I did get something. I got a few songs on here that I really liked. They're in my Spotify playlist. And you know what? I'm happy you're still around. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, all the good stuff, so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.